The spaceship, Star Chaser, shuddered. Vortara loomed closer. Lightning flashed across the planet's surface, like veins of fire on a giant swirling marble. I gripped the back of my pilot's chair.
Nervous, Leo?
Nah, just a little turbulence, nothing we can't handle.
Leo, my best friend and the best mechanic I knew, grinned. He adjusted some controls, his brow furrowed in concentration. The ship groaned, fighting against Vortara's gravitational pull.
Remind me again why we volunteered for this mission?
Because someone has to save the galaxy?
Piper, my other best friend and an expert at ancient languages, asked from her station. She rolled her eyes. She had a point. We were supposed to be enjoying some downtime after our last adventure. Instead, we were hurtling towards a planet known for its deadly storms and ancient secrets. We punched through the storm clouds. Wind buffeted the Star Chaser. Rain lashed against the viewports. Vortara's surface was a mix of jagged mountains and raging seas. The sky churned with shades of purple and green. It was beautiful and terrifying.
Whoa!
Even he seemed impressed by the raw power of the planet.
Okay, I take it back, maybe a little nervous.
That must be the signal. It's coming from that island chain up ahead.
Piper pointed to a flickering blip on the radar. The islands rose out of the churning sea like the spines of some ancient beast. Lightning danced between the peaks, illuminating crumbling ruins. They looked old, really old, older than time itself.
This place gives me the creeps.
Landing on Vortara was like navigating a hurricane inside a blender. Lightning crackled around us. The wind screamed like 1,000 banshees. Rain hammered against the hull of the Star Chaser, threatening to tear us apart.
I'm getting us as close as I can, but you guys are gonna have to hoof it the rest of the way.
You make it sound so appealing.
Piper grumbled, strapping on her backpack. We touched down on a plateau overlooking the ruins. The wind nearly ripped the doors off their hinges as we scrambled out. I felt a strange energy thrumming through the air, ancient and powerful, and not entirely friendly.
Remember, we're looking for the Stormcaller. It's a horn, supposed to be able to control the winds themselves. It's our only hope of stopping Gia's storm.
The path to the ruins was treacherous. We picked our way across crumbling stones, buffeted by wind and rain. Lightning illuminated the way, revealing strange carvings on the weathered stones. I thought I saw figures watching us from the shadows, tall and imposing with eyes that glowed with an eerie light.
Did you see that?
See what? It's just the storm playing tricks on you.
Maybe he was right, but I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched, judged. We reached the entrance to a massive temple, its doors half swallowed by vines. The air crackled with energy. This was it.
The Stormcaller, it has to be in there.
But as we stepped closer, the ground rumbled. The figures in the shadows stepped into the light. The Guardians were even more imposing up close. They were carved from stone, their bodies etched with lightning and swirling clouds. They moved with a speed that belied their size, their eyes burning with cold fire.
Who dares disturb the Temple of the Winds?
We mean no disrespect, we're here seeking the Stormcaller. It's vital to the safety of the galaxy.
The Guardians didn't look impressed.
The Stormcaller is not yours to take. Turn back or face the consequences.
We had no choice. The fate of the galaxy depended on us retrieving the Stormcaller.
I'm afraid we can't do that, we'll have to fight. The battle was fierce. Lightning flashed, illuminating the ruins with an eerie glow. The Guardians were relentless, their stone fists smashing against our defenses. Leo's fire blasts did little to slow them down. Piper's charm speak seemed to have no effect. "We need to get inside!" I shouted, parrying a blow that would have shattered my bones. "The Stormcaller must be at the heart of the temple!"
We fought our way through the Guardians, their stone bodies crumbling under our combined might. The temple interior was dark and oppressive, the air thick with the smell of ozone and the weight of centuries. We followed a winding corridor, the sound of our own breathing echoing in the silence. Finally, we reached a vast chamber. In the center, resting on an altar of black marble, lay a horn crafted from what looked like pure lightning. It pulsed with power. This was it, the Stormcaller. We'd almost reached the Stormcaller when the chamber rumbled. Dust rained down from the ceiling as a new figure emerged from the shadows. Taller than the other Guardians, more imposing. Its eyes blazed with a power that sent shivers down my spine.
The Guardian of the Storm, Piper whispered, her voice filled with awe and fear.
The Guardian of the Storm raised its hand, and a whirlwind of energy erupted around us. We were thrown back, our backs slamming against the chamber wall. I struggled to my feet, my vision blurry. We were outmatched, but I wouldn't give up. Not when the fate of the galaxy hung in the balance. I looked at my friends, their faces grim but determined. We were in this together. Just when all hope seemed lost, a blinding light filled the chamber. The guardian of the storm howled in rage and pain as the light coalesced into a figure. A girl no older than us with eyes that crackled with celestial fire. She was a daughter of Zeus, my half-sister, and she was here to help.
With her assistance, we managed to overpower the guardian of the storm. The chamber fell silent, the only sound our ragged breathing. The girl, who introduced herself as Thalia, smiled. I felt a disturbance in the winds, she explained. I knew I had to come.
With the Stormcaller in our possession, we bid farewell to Thalia and escaped the collapsing temple. The Star Chaser lifted off just as the island began to sink beneath the waves. Back on the Star Chaser, we finally had a moment to catch our breath. The Stormcaller pulsed with energy, its power almost too much to comprehend. We had the artifact. But something told me our journey was far from over. The storm outside raged on, a reminder of the challenges that still lay ahead.
What now? Piper asked, gazing out at the endless storm.
Now, I said, gripping the Stormcaller tightly, we figure out how to use this thing to save the galaxy.
Leo grinned.
And then,
I smiled back.
my friend, we find ourselves a new adventure.